Questions. Why are you here? What is the experience that you're seeking? Or the information that you're seeking? There's no right and no wrong answer, by the way.
Curiosity.
Okay, have you experienced it before?
No.
Okay. And anyone else?
I'm interested to understand more about it.
Okay. Okay, all right. Have you experienced it before,
I
transcending?
don't think so. I don't know what it is, so
Okay.
I'm quite curious. Maybe then I said, oh, I have something similar like it, but I don't think
Okay, all right.
No, I haven't experienced yoga practice.
Okay, so it's a part of my work, the trans-channeling. Have you heard of the oracles at Delphi? The oracle at Delphi with priestesses did something quite similar, is where we open our consciousness and we invite in we call it one of the masters, spiritual masters, to come in and use our energy body to speak and to give love and information, communication through us. It's highly specialist work. We call ourselves Channel for Spirit. So with most of us, we channel one specific master. So I channel one that is known as the Nazareine, and that is the energy of unconditional, compassionate love and self-acceptance and self-love. So a lot of the messages will be along that way and that road. And then tonight the topic is living in the light of love. So it's a conversation. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, just ask. And I'm sure he always goes around, he asks people anyway. It's a two-way thing. Spirit for me is about two ways. It's a cooperation, it's never an imposition. So, and it's beautiful work. And it is about love. So enjoy, enjoy. Okay. You comfortable? If you need to switch it off, yeah.
Very loud.
Living in the light of love. Here's the Nazarene. Right. Well, we bid you welcome. And indeed, for us, it is a pleasure to be speaking with all of you again. We have come to many of you in your dreams. We have walked many hillsides and many mountains with all of you as you have faced up to lives which for many of you have been difficult because they have been challenging as well as being exciting and rather filled with fun. Do you not agree with this? And yet, many of you, if you were to honestly look within yourself, you would see how tired you are. Are you not? Are you tired? Are you not more tired of the rubbish energy that is around you? Full of rubbish, is it not? Do you not agree? Is life not full of people all worrying about this and that and the other? All running around without any much sense of the purpose? All delaying decisions so that the future slips away until they find between the rock and the hard place. Do you not find this in your life? And yet within your life, for many of you, you have always been consistent in how you have kept within your own space and you have kept within the love that you are. Is this not true? Love has been something that has been very challenging to you, is it not? Because it is very difficult for you to be loving a lot of people around you who themselves do not love themselves. So it has become rather onerous and it has made you tired. because your question to yourself has been, what the dickens are these people doing about it? When they are all running around, everyone has forgotten that the purpose of everyone's life is to just be themselves. To be themselves and to know themselves as love is the easiest thing to do, is it not? Kirsten? Is it not?
Not always.
Why is it so difficult to be yourself and to know yourself as the love?
Many reasons.
What kind of reasons are valid for you?
They're not always valid, but sometimes they happen.
That is so. You see, life happens. Things happen, but at the end of the day, there's only one consistent message. What is it, Dave?
I don't know.
What is the consistent message of life? What would you prefer to be the consistent message of life?
Calm and happy.
Space, is it not? Inner peace, is it not?
Inner peace, yes.
What is inner peace?
To me, being calm and happy.
That is so. What is inner peace to anyone else?
Love,
It is love, is it not? Why is it love?
because it's about caring for everything around you.
Starting with what?
I guess yourself.
Starting with yourself. In many of your societies, many of you have forgotten that the first instance of love has to be for yourself. It has to not just be what you do, it has to be who you be. You see? And the problem with many of your societies is that people are not taught how to love. You are all taught what is pain, what is anger, how to deal with this. Many of you have seen around you various anger management situations, any different kind of situations to take care of what you are not. But we don't see around you that there are many teaching what is love and how to be love, not just to do it, but how to be this. And in many of your situations, in many of your countries, you have many people living in very defensive kind of a situation, do you not? People being defensive. How do people be defensive, Richard?
They can avoid, they can have distance between themselves and others,
That is so. And what else?
separate, ignore.
That is so. Separation. And they're thinking their feelings, are they not? When you say, how do you feel? Many people say, I think I'm okay. Very few people connect to the instant moment of how they feel, because for many people it is difficult to connect to how they feel. Because it's painful to connect to how they feel, because the society teaches people not to be touchy-feely. But when you are not within your feelings, you cannot be connected to the intuition. What is the intuition? Does anybody know?
Your gut instinct. Your gut instinct.
What is your gut instinct? Where does it come from?
Your sixth sense.
Comes from your inner spirit, does it not? Is it not your inner voice? And who is speaking to you when you are connected to the inner voice? Who is speaking to you? Does anybody know?
Yourself.
Your higher self? Is this what you said?
Something like that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, yourself.
Congratulations. You're speaking to your soul, are you not? higher awareness, the connector to your infinite life. And you are all infinite beings. You are not just the human beings. You are not even the human beings having the spiritual experience. You are just awareness. You are essence. And within the essence you are love. Because love is who you be and not what you do. And when you are being love, you are able to connect to your peace. And then you are peace. You see, because material experience arises and then it falls away again, does it not? All your material experiences have the beginning and the end, because that is life. The only thing that is consistent is your essence, and the essence is deeply and absolutely connected with the love. That is so simple, is it not? Is it not simple? Very simple. The problem is with many people that you equate the love with the pain. Your pop songs sing about pain. Love is pain. People sing their sadness. Very few sing the inspiration of the joy. You see? Nothing wrong with it, just the awareness. Upbeat and happy is what you all want to be. And upbeat and happy is difficult because of the chaos out there around you. Too many people having their own agenda, too few people connected, too few people supportive, too few people listening, too few people really hearing what you are really saying, too many people hearing through their own agendas. And so life becomes less joyful, less happy, less peaceful. Because you're always dealing with the stuff, do you see? It's very simple. Do you have any questions? Everybody is fine? Is it very clear? You see, your children are born loving. Your children are born naturally kind. And then by the age of about 6 or 7, they shift. They shift into watching carefully for other people's agendas. They shift to watching for the manipulation. So they lose the trust in the childhood. It starts to fizzle out for many. And it would be wonderful if many of these young babies were able to be grown to the adulthood, holding the innocence, the wide-eyed love and the fun that they were born with. But when you grow your children, it's very easy to say to them many instructions that start with don't. Don't do this, don't do that, don't say this, don't say that. Be careful. All of this weaves a web of destructive energy, because then they focus on the care. They focus on the don't, and then they forget themselves. They forget their natural joy, their natural inquisitiveness of finding out how things work, why things are the way they are. There's nothing wrong with it. We are not criticizing. We are merely drawing your awareness that the natural situation for many people on your earth is what they cannot do. They are afraid. They put more energy into overcoming the fear than they do into taking a situation and running into the sunset with it with joy and saying, this is what I can do and this is what I will do. Do you see? Your society does not support this, not as much as we would prefer it to. You see? And only because we see many people walk around very worried about what life is going to bring them. What many people do not remember is whatever Spirit brings to you to experience, Spirit will also bring to you all the tools with which to go through the experience in an empowered sort of a way. Do you see? You are never going to be given more than you can bite off. Because all of you are what we call the ultimate beings. You have it already. Mastery is already there. It just needs to be claimed. Very simple. But in your societies, you have a teaching that the ones who dare, the ones who have the temerity to reach for the mastery, you call them egotistical and narcissistic. So many people would like to reach, put the hand out, but they step back because they are afraid of such judgments. And in your world, it is judgments that people have to overcome, which is very different from them being supported with their ideas. Do you see? Nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. We just would like to draw your attention. That is all. Very simple. Very good. Who has questions for us? Everybody's fallen asleep?
No.
You must stop taking yourself so seriously. Life is intended to be fun. Is intended to play. Many of you sitting here today are masters of play. Are they not? Many. But you've forgotten how to play because you're taking life so seriously. There's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as serious life. Only when you become serious. And when you become serious, what happens is that you all seek to achieve. And then you forget that the most important piece is the journey. Is a situation of, as you walk through your life path, you are looking around you at the landscape, at the scenery. You're looking around you, smelling the flowers. Life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. Life just is. Knowing you have the tools to deal with it. You see, that is all. But you're also serious, everyone afraid of the failure. That life passes you by, you're on a long car journey, we're driving the bus. You alternate between trying to drive the bus with us and not looking out at the roses. Important that you do so. Life, your life, is over in an instant. Life is over in a moment, in the context of your greater life. You see? And what we would like you to take away with you as your ultimate message today is that life is something that will fulfill itself. You don't need to do anything about it. And whilst life unfolds and arises, you will be challenged. Of course you will be challenged. If you didn't be challenged, you're never going to grow. And each time you are challenged, you pull something out of the hat to propel yourselves forward. You have done this every time. You are resourceful. So if you have done this every time and life will fulfill itself, then what will the ultimate message be for each of you? What about you? What will your ultimate message be? Anybody?
Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey. Anybody else?
Stop fighting.
Stop fighting? What a good idea. When you stop fighting, everyone else will too. Too busy having fun to fight. See you later. Do join us if you have a minute. What else? Anybody else? What message will you take back?
Stay carefree because life will fulfill itself.
That is so. Stay carefree. Why?
Because life will fulfill itself.
It's going to fulfill itself anyway. No point in worry about it. Right? Congratulations. We are delighted and we will watch you do this. Anybody else? Nobody else? If life fulfills itself anyway, the only thing that does not change is love, is it not? Because love is the only thing you can walk away from, and it's still there within you. You ultimately come back to it. Does not change. The one thing many people who walk away from love, they hold within themselves is regret. So we invite you to come back into the heart of the matter, whatever is the matter. And the only matter that is worth putting energy in is the life journey, is the day-by-day living of the life journey. Focus on your lives. Know that you are love, that you can never throw away or walk away from, because it is you, it arises through you. And it is each and every one of you. And the specialness of each and every one of you is that you get to reflect it differently, because you all got the different personalities. You get to reflect it differently, which makes your lives rich in terms of the community and the having fun. Because if you were all the same, goodness gracious, how boring. But you are different. Some more outgoing, some more ingoing, some more organizational, some happy to follow. All of you willing to play. All of you willing to say, goodness, what is this for us to explore, to have the fun, to do it in love. The high energy you feel when you're having fun is the love. So you're doing it in love, you're being it in love, you are experiencing love, you are expressing love, and life becomes just one outflow of energy, the out-breath of the universe, and one inflow of the energy in terms of love-filled, fun-filled, inspired experiences. And fear takes the back seat. You're aware of it. It brings you different messages, but it does not run your life. You run your life. In love, with cooperation, with support. and a very enjoyable moment. This is what we call the happiness. And your happy meter goes up through the roof, because that is your focus. Very good. Who has questions? Nobody got the questions? Then we are delighted. We will meet again. Please know that we love you, that we always walk with you. And until we meet again, we commit your spirit. Adieu.